What's up everyone, and welcome to this episode of Revive Outdoors. Today I'm excited because I have been looking for a lightweight, accurate tripod, and the Warrior tripod is definitely the best in the business. As you know, if you watched any of my content before, I have been running the BogPod Death Grip, which is a good tripod. It's just heavy and it is a little loose as it ages. You can, vice grip in a bunch of different things to that. So it has its place for sure. And I think it's a great product, especially at the price point. But if you're looking for a top tier tripod, this is going to be it. I'm going to dive in to all the details of this, but I wanted to make sure that you know that we have a Revive Outdoors code for you. So it is just Revive. I think it is in all lowercase. You might try all caps as well if it doesn't work, but if you go in and you add the tripod, the Chief leveling head, Arca plate that mounts to your gun to mount into this head, and then you add a hat and a t-shirt, it is going to take and give you the hat, t-shirt, and Arca plate for free. So again, that is code REVIVE, and it will take off the Arca plate, the hat, and the shirt for you if you put all that in the cart together. But just wanted to say thank you for watching this video and give you a little bit back for taking the time to check out this tripod. And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to our channel. That helps us get this great content out when I'm demoing this stuff and showing you how it works. Helps us get it out to a lot more people, the way that the algorithms in YouTube work. But I wanted to show you first of what all that you get. So obviously if you order everything together, you're going to get Warrior Tripod's hat and shirt. And then the Chief leveling head is going to come in this really nice box. They did a really good job on the marketing. And then inside it has a little case, so you have that if you ever want to detach it from the tripod, and I'll show you how easy that is to do. And then if you are not wanting the Chief leveling head for whatever reason, not really sure why you wouldn't, because this is pretty sick, or if you're wanting to modify and use a ball head on your actual scope, you can do, on your actual tripod, you can do that, but they have a ball head option as well. You can check out on their website. I'm not getting to get into too many details on that. And then the tripod box itself, nice and sleek tripod box. Really good job again on the marketing. And when you open this up, it's going to come with a really nice case for you to put the tripod in, maybe when you're traveling. But let's do what you came to watch and go through the details of this tripod for you. So let's get this bad boy moved around. You can see I got my barrel flag just for safety, but let's move it around here so you can see a little bit more of the details centered here in the view. Okay, so I am going to work from top to bottom and try to get all the features in here that I can. If I forget something and you are very familiar with the Warrior tripod because you've been running it already, please comment, let me know what I missed so people can see. And then at the end of this video, or the end of me going through it, I've got a couple of coyote experts that kill a lot of coyotes every single year, into the hundreds each year. And they're going to give you their take on the tripod as well, just because they carry a lot more experience in the coyote world than I do. In addition to having their expert opinion in the video, I'm also going to take this out to the range. I went out to the range the other day for you and shot some groups. And as a former military sniper, I was very impressed that you can stand up straight, lock this thing in, and you can literally, if you wanted to, probably pull that trigger and be on target if you had already aimed it up properly. But I was getting an inch groups at 600 yards. Can't complain with that on a tripod, standing still, and especially as lightweighted as it is. A lot of people, when they pick this up, they almost throw it into the air because they don't realize it's going to be so light. But let's talk about some of the details from top to bottom. So here at the top, again, if you use code REVIVE, you're going to get an Arca plate. So this is just going to get in there like that. So you're going to mount that Arca plate onto your gun, and then it just simply slides in here and locks into place. So you fling this lever around and you tighten it down to the tension that you want, and then boom, it's locked in, it's not going anywhere. And then it has a bubble for leveling if you want to level out the tripod. I honestly, when I'm hunting, I get it about where it needs to be, and then I use this from here. So the other day we were on the side of a hill, and you can see you can just make it level for yourself if you want to, so you don't have to worry too much about where the tripod is sitting and making it level. You can just get it somewhere in the ballpark. And then this has a loosening and tightening mechanism. Of course, it's got the hook, so if you wanted to weight it down for some reason, I don't really know why, you know, all tripods have that, where you can add sandbags to weight it down, maybe for those that are shooting long range and really need that. I didn't need it up to 600 yards, but I didn't shoot out to 1,000 the other day either. But just a simple twist of the handle, that's all you got to do, and it locks it into place. Simple loosen of the handle, and you can move and be on target. So really easy mechanism there. I'm going to take the gun out and show you a little bit more of the details on the tripod. So let's go here. So of course, you know, I showed you how that works. And then this little lever over here is actually, you loosen that up, and then there's a button under here, and this shows you how easy it is to release the chief leveling head there. And then for whatever reason you'd need to, I don't really know, but then you just press that button, pull it back into place, and then you crank this thing back down. If this part right here is a little loose for you when you get yours, all you have to do is, this works as like almost like a ratcheting device. You push this out and move it around that little nut there, and then you can loosen or tighten it and adjust it as needed. So I just wanted to point that out. And then as we work our way down, I wanted to show you the way that the legs work. So you can slide these out, these little marks here, and then that's what allows it to extend. You can see it'll go all the way flat. So if you want to be out there laying prone when you're doing some precision shooting, or when you're even hunting, you can do that. This thing will lay completely flat, and you can use it in the prone position. And then when you have him pushed in, it automatically sets about where you need to be, and then you can pull it out, and there's a couple of different notches here that you can pull out and get it, you know, if you want it maybe about right there. I think that's possibly a little bit more than a 45-degree angle, and then you have that last notch that makes it flat. But just want to point that out so you see those adjustments. Another thing with these legs, as you can see, when you push them together all the way extended down to the end, they're not hitting and making any noise. And that's something with the BachPod Death Grip and a lot of other tripods that are out there that drive me crazy. So when you push these in, you know, you're having to move fast. You can throw this together in the middle of the night, not having to worry about what noise it's going to make, because it's never going to hit together. It's made out of carbon fiber, so that's what makes it so light. And then really easy adjustment on the legs. So it's just simply a turn, you know, just a little quarter turn, and then they're loose. You get it where it needs to be, a quarter turn back this direction. So again, quarter turn, done. You don't have to worry about going into too much effort there to adjust the legs. And then what I do personally is I extend the bottom ones all the way out. That way all I have to do is adjust this first ones that you come to when you're out hunting, just personal preference. And then as you swing around here to the feet, it's got the, you know, like the little rubber feet that most tripods have. And then if you want to loosen this up, it's got the spikes in there. All you have to do is loosen it out and then screw it into the end, and then you have got your spikes. Just so. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because you get the point. Next thing I'm going to do before we jump out to the range and shooting videos is I'm going to weigh this puppy. I'm going to weigh it with the spikes and without. I believe without it might get under 7 pounds, but I think with it, it is right at 7 pounds. So let me collapse this thing up, and then I will get it weighed. But I just wanted to weigh it so you know how much it weighs here. So this is with the spikes and the chief leveling head. I'm going to zero this scale out, and then let's weigh this puppy. So it looks like with the head, 7.14 on that one. I'm going to zero it out because I said the scale is cheap. See what we get again. Yep, 7.14. And then now I'm going to take out the leg spikes and see what that is. Let's see what we got here. Wow, even more impressive than I thought. So it 6.76 pounds is what that measured at. I'll do it one more time, zero it out. And the same thing again. Pretty impressive. Under 7 pounds for the accuracy of this tripod is very impressive. I don't know if there's another tripod on the market other than this Warrior that's gonna even come close to this when it comes to accuracy. I know some of my friends have used other tripods I'm not gonna name that are out there, but this is far superior. It's lightweight. It does exactly what you want it to do. It's easy to use. It meets everything that you need it to meet. I have nothing to complain about with the Warrior tripod other than maybe it could have been 2 pounds. But in reality, you're just not going to find something that's going to be this accurate, this easy to use, and this lightweight. Really good job to the guys who designed this at Warrior Tripods. I've been looking forward to testing this thing out, and I've already ran it on probably about, I don't know, 5 or 6 coyote hunts, and it's worked really well, and just very impressed with it overall. But I want to dive over now to the range, so that way you can check out that portion of the video. Now we're out at the range. As you can see, I got the Warrior tripod set up. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to do sitting in this chair. I'm going to do a 3-shot group as best as I can out here to the target, and then I'll do a 3-shot group standing as if you were coyote hunting or hunting in some way with the tripod. All right, there's one shot. You can see it hit right here. The thermal image, I do see it kind of shifting as we have clouds move through and the heat changes a little bit on that target. So I'm going to aim exactly where I aimed before and see where it goes, see if it's right on, or see if it was me making that mistake when I shot. It's a pretty close group. Not terrible considering the image that I'm getting. I'd like it to be a little bit tighter, so let's see what this does. Not an absolutely terrible group for the first 3 shots, especially with the way this image is. I can't really get it very clear here in the thermal. Started to bring a scope today that was regular, but I have a coyote tournament tonight, so I am not going to change the scope on the gun last minute just to shoot a video. Let's continue our 3-shot group up high. It's the screen. 3-shot group, 10 ring, 9 ring, 8 ring. Spread out a little bit, but I could definitely see the target floating as I shot. But yeah, lots of stability on the shot. Could be a little bit of me, could be a little bit of the thermal during the daylight. Overall, the tripod holds it exactly how it's supposed to, and make sure that I'm downrange and accurate. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to take this over to the 600-yard range. They have targets set up from 200 all the way to 600. And we're going to see how this thing performs at a little bit longer range, so you can see what it's like at further distances. All right, so now I am out here at the 600-yard range, about to do the 200-yard group for you to see exactly how this tripod performs on this longer range. So we'll start at 200, we'll go to 300, and then what we'll do is we will bounce out to 600, and then I will show you those groups as we progress through it. Assign the target. Lane, there we go. We're on lane 37, aiming at target 37. Let's see what we get. All right. There is your 200-yard group there. So, not very bad. Let's move on out to 300 and then we'll do 600. All right, so next is going to be a 300-round group. And I'm going to take my time, nice and easy with the tripod, and show you what it does at 300. Yep, I could feel that I pulled that one on that last one. Otherwise, would have been a pretty decent group. I'll show you where this one landed at 300. So you can see 1, 2, and then I felt the trigger pull on that third one. Let me see if I can get a fourth one downrange and see if it can get back on target there. That was a little rough. There we go. That brings it back online there. So you can see a lot tighter group when I don't do a trigger pull there. I pulled to the right on that third shot, but that's what it should have looked like. It's a little bit tighter group there at 300. All right, so here is my 3-round group that I just did and didn't hit record for you. So I just really focused on taking my time with these 3 shots at 600 yards. As you can see, almost on top of each other. 600 yards. Let's see, the wind is slightly pushing to the right. Out there at the first, about first 400 yards, it pushes a little right, and then it's dead out there at 600. Elevation was a little high on those, but the tripod's doing the work, the gun's doing the work. That's on me for windage and elevation there. Bring the camera up close so you can see that group. Added one more shot, so most recent is blinking, and the 3 before that right there. So you can see exactly what the grouping is at 600 yards. Exceptionally impressed with this tripod setup. Everything you can see, 11 bubble doesn't have to be exact because of the way the swivel works with the Chief, but super sick setup, and pumped to have it. But what I want to do now is dive over to the experts that use this, the guys that are killing hundreds of coyotes a year, to get their input on this tripod.
Hey guys, it's Dustin Williams. I own North Florida Livestock and Crop Protection. Most of you know, kill a lot of coyotes. We've run all kind of tripods in the past. We've run Slick 700 and upgraded from them to some Inter RT90s. Carbon fiber tripods, good tripods. We've run several different style ball heads. We got hooked up with Warrior tripods and gave them a test run and really liked them. And now that's what we run exclusively is Warrior tripods. Chief leveling heads is extremely stable. We run a business killing coyotes, so we want the best equipment available to us. The better equipment makes us more successful, ends with happier customers. We kill well over 300 coyotes a year, me and my wife, and sometimes we got to shoot coyotes at a long distance. Just the other night I shot one 483 yards off the Warrior tripod with the Chief leveling head. Man, this thing's stable. If you're looking for something that's rock solid, highly recommend Warrior tripods.
Hey guys, I'm Matt Lovell from Athens, Alabama, pro staff for Warrior tripods. Been coyote hunting now for about 7 years, and one thing I've always tried to do is get the best possible equipment I can get. And as the years have progressed, we've been able to get better equipment. Better equipment's been made, and I would like to show you guys this Warrior tripod. It is an upper end tripod. And if you're in the market for an upper end tripod and really serious about upping your coyote game, this tripod's something you're going to want to consider. Of course, you know that it can be used for other things besides coyotes. I'm a coyote hunter, and that's what I use it for. We got sitting on top of this tripod the Envision XRF, the Halo XRF, great scope. Christensen Arms 223, it's a great gun, and when you got a combo like this, you want it sitting on a great tripod. And the Warrior tripod, that's what we have. It looks really good. It's got that carbon look, and I mean, it's like a charcoal steel gray. It looks fantastic with my setup. It looks fantastic with every setup I have. First things first, it's got the lever here on the side of the leveling base. You just undo that lever and this gun is free. So when you go to set down on set, you just put it in here, Arco plate slides in, one little clip like that, the gun is steady. You set down on set, so you've got the leveling base here, little quarter turn to that leveling base, and this gun is loose. And it's ready for you to get on target. And little quarter turn back, the gun's steady again. You can, if you want to, you can leave it loose and you can just let it go down like this. It'll stay in this position, and when you have a target come out, you can just pick it up in your own target. I usually do a quarter turn and leave mine about in this height and direction when I'm hunting on set. Another thing I want to show that you can get is the nice sling on the Warrior tripod. It helps me carry that in and offset and leaves me a free arm, and I use that arm for scanning. When you're on set, you want to raise or lower the legs on this tripod. It's super easy. Quarter turn of the rubber down here, lets it down, lets it up. If you want to do this leg, you do the same. If you want to let it up or down in the back, quarter turn, lets it down and up. Quarter turn back, she's tight and ready to go. Just so you know, I do have the leveling base. It's called the Chief leveling base. You don't have to use that. You can use the ball head. It comes with a ball head or a leveling base. You can get either one of those. And I chose the leveling base, and trust me, it's the way to go for me. I know a lot of guys that like those ball heads, and either one, they both work great. The leveling base is for me. Anyway, that's it, guys. I hope if you're in the market for a nice tripod like this, you'd consider Warrior tripods. See you guys.
I hope you enjoyed their input on the Warrior tripod. Again, I'm impressed, they're impressed, you will be impressed. This is the best tripod on the market, hands down. I know you're gonna enjoy it. Be sure again to use code REVIVE at checkout for that free Arca Plate hat and shirt. And we will be sure to see you on the next video. If you have any questions, if you want us to do any other content, please let us know. If you have any specific questions on the Warrior tripod, you can reach out to those guys. I'll put their website link here in the bottom so you can check them out. But yeah, if there's anything I missed, be sure to chime in. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't so we can get this video out to more people. But thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time.